And sorry for the delay. I had to change the date. I forgot to do that. So we are looking at Friday, March 19th, 2021, and not a lot of change in the forecasts. Take a look at the weather here. Display, and so once again, same old guys. It's a little bigger for you. Right. The rain, calling chance of rain and showers. It's kind of sprinkling here in the Banff town site right now. More. This is going to turn into snow at the higher elevations, I would think. With these being the highs of 4, that's not that warm. So it isn't going to take much. I think about Lake Louise town site or above at the ski hill should start to drop a little bit of snow. Upper elevations will definitely have more snow, which we're going to need. That would be handy on that, because we got good supportive crust for most of the day. Add a little snow on that, and you got yourself some dust on the crust. Yes, sir, baby. And what are we looking at for overnight freezes? 3, not that much. Avalanche Canada, it's a little different. Here, let's go down. Because prior to this, Parks Canada was going with low on moderate in the tree line, and green up above. So I guess is that they don't think that the crust is holding any longer, and it's getting a little warmer in the afternoons. Meanwhile, not that far away, right down here in Kananaskis, they're going low mod, which is unusual because they're usually a little more conservative in the Kananaskis country. So yeah, that's a little bit different. Things out of Rogers Pass are looking good. There's some stuff here in the Black Rock, Black Prince. So the Black Prince area. More than a few days ago, sunny alpine slopes, they the crest dense layer. So they're just getting the same freeze sort of thing that we've been talking about the last few days. And with Canada, with Parks Canada itself, they're going mod, and all elevations, and poor overnight crust recovery. So we're not getting sub, double-digit freezes at night anymore. We're getting single digits and fairly high too, eh? So it's -4, -5. Those crusts are not going to hold up all that well throughout the whole day. I was reading a report by the guys in Kananaskis, did the French Hague Glacier, Robertson, whatever, circuit. And reported, going into high winds, but things warmed up, sun came out, and things cleared up in the afternoon. But we did mention it was all about the timing, and I think that's going to be the same thing with you guys who are skiing and climbing, and even the hikers and snowshoers, is that you can go in the morning, bright and early, but you're going to have and time it so that things will soften up around noonish, and then be on your way out. The crust will probably completely deteriorate, you know, by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. You're going to be post-holing, and skiing is not going to be very good. Skiing will be really good for a few hours in the afternoon, and it'll be bomber. Ski crampons might be a handy thing to have, or regular crampons if you're going over some of those big traverses. Ice climbers, same sort of thing. Start really freaking early and get out of there by 10, 11, noon at the latest, and you're probably going to have a great day. But don't be in any gullies or have any overhead hazard, because by midday that snow is already water saturated, and it's just got a thin layer of ice holding it together, and those ice crystals are going to be breaking down by midday. So you may want to consider that. Yeah. What else do we have for you guys? Anything? Okay, so here's something else too. Parks have closed the back road at on Mount Dennis in Field. So this seems to be upsetting a few people. Where is it? Yeah, so in the comments, during a several week period in the spring and March, the field back road may be closed for several days at a time due to increased avalanche hazard. Rising temperatures, high freezing levels, strong solar effect, and/or rain events all destabilize snow slopes high above the road and below. If the gate is closed, please read the signage, and if required, call 762-1470, which will get you to dispatch in Banff. What some people have been, some of the ice climbers, 2 more comments. Like, too bad for the people who are willing to be up before dawn and off the climb by mid-morning during the safest weather windows. It is basically unlawful to walk the road for us folks who might mitigate risk by climbing pre-dawn, or at least threatened and most sheltered climb with the least overhead hazard on Dennis. It's between -10 at 6:30 a.m. the last couple of days. The early morning temps have been pretty reasonable. Yeah, those temperatures are rising now, though. So this was what? When did you write this, buddy? Probably a few days ago. And the freezes aren't going to last. I would think, I don't know what else was Parks going to do. Just let you guys go in there, walk in, have a sign-in sort of thing, maybe. But then, so that they know you're in there and you got to be out by a certain time. But they just don't have the staff to do that, or the manpower, and they would have to police it somehow, which goes back to they don't have the manpower. Not a lot more, Take a look at Lake Louise. Ski Louise, baby. That's my hill. That's my home hill. I like Louise. I like Charlie Locke, is who I like. And the Locke family, they're really nice. I like the family. Can't say that for the owners of Sunshine. Oh, look at that, eh? That whole slope's been rebuilt. Not a track on that puppy. Did they get snow last night? No. That's all wind. You tell, look at the wind. Look at the etching on this. All right, so this is at Lake Louise. This elevation probably 3,000 meters, maybe. Yeah, it's definitely got some snow in there recently. Not totally tracked out. No tracks on any of this. Must be. Huh. So right now it's overcast and raining in Banff. And meanwhile, further north, looking pretty good, and partially cloudy skies. Not much there for you to consider. And let's go back to this forecast. So basically, an overnight freeze at 1800. Forecasted rain at lower elevations does not bode well for the snowpack at tree line and below. So that's going to be your hazard. The other thing was about the hikers too, right? Let's go back to those guys. Where do we get the warning for those guys? Parks Canada, Government of Canada, Services and Departments. You know, that stuff is so buried in the Parks Canada thing. There's no reason that, or it's obviously why people can't access that information. Mountain information, Parks Canada. So here we go. All about Parks Canada. Okay, Parks Mountain Safe. No, I don't want to go there. Let's go back. Been there. Oh, look at this. Avalanche information, terrain. We did this before. And it was know before you go. It was that. See, this is it, right? Like I want to go hiking, mountain safety. I know I'm on the right track. Winter activities, avalanche information, mountain safety program, winter activities, backcountry ski touring, equipment checklist, summer activities, winter weather, pets, blah, 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 your own monitoring. So where's the closure stuff, right? Where's that closure stuff? You got to make that, Parks has got to make this more user friendly. Let's go back to mountain safety, winter activities, avalanche information. Okay, we should be not just about Martin Park, current avalanche risks. Okay, that's no good to me. If I was a hiker, well, I guess there's some information in these things, but Parks Canada, can you guys not? Can you just figure it out? God. I want to go hiking. So, avalanche risk Lake Louise, day hikes in the area, snowshoeing, Banff National Park. Lake Louise, Lakeshore. Plain of Six Glaciers. But this doesn't tell me where I want to know the trail ratings. Is that it? No. Wildlife and people. No. Trail etiquette. Recommend safety. Okay, let's try safety. Warnings and closures. We're getting somewhere now. Lake Louise cross country ski trails. Lake Moraine Lake. Lake Minnewanka. Bank Legacy Trail. Banff Parkway. Infrastructure improvement. Okay, so this is why hikers can't find anything on this freaking website. Like, there's definite closures at Lake Louise. I had them yesterday, and now I cannot even find them. And it's not like I don't nature connect places. National Park. Yeah. Trail conditions. Warnings and closures. This is going to take us right back. Area closure, no hunting. Ya, Kinda. Ugh. Cut head, bang. We got a lot of closures, eh? Restricted activities, blah, blah, blah. Visitor safety. Let's check that. Maybe that gives us visitor safety, hiking, camping, water. Mountain safety. Important bulletins. Come on, man. You cut the blue wire or the red wire? Blue wire or the red wire? What's it going to be? We're going to blow up or are we going to go home? Look at it, pretty boy, eh? Okay, we're getting into area closures now. Bosworth, that's Lake O'Hare parking lot, all the slide areas. Yeah. I do not know, you guys. I do not know, man. I am trying to go to visitor safety, trail conditions report. So, cross-country skiing, nah. It's been actually not, it's kind of getting supported. It's soft in the afternoon, though, because your skis are just gripping and grabbing when they're in the sun. And then if you're in a place that goes into the shade, all of a sudden you're flying along on solid ice. So it's going to be coming to a close. Get any cross-country skiing you're going to do, you better do it soon. Enjoy it because it won't be around for much longer. Mountain biking is starting to open up. I see more mountain bikes on the road all the time. Fat bikes are on the trails. Skating's getting a little soft in the afternoon. The ice is deteriorating rapidly, so if you're going to go skating in the town of Banff, we have 2 skating rinks that are open. And, they are doing fine. Let's go take a look around at the website cam. Look at Lake Louise, eh? Right now we're kind of looking, this is down the highway. This is Banff, right over there where the sun is. But we got more cloud cover than that. Oh no, it's clearing up now. It's about the same as what they got there. So that's good. Good for me. I like to go out for a run later as soon as I'm done talking to you guys. Skiing looks good. Skiing looks like it's been refreshed a little bit. Fresh snow. Mountains are looking good. If any of you guys are wondering, this is Lake Louise. The actual Lake Louise is right here. Lake of the Little Fishes. And then down #1 highway goes through here down into field. See that cloud bank there? That's field like 300 days a year. Freaking places just like you could tell the ghostly people that come out of there. They're pale, and the screaming shrieks you hear as their souls escape from that valley. And they come out into the sunlight and they melt. I could never live in field. That constant inversion that they deal with there. Anyhow, ice climbers, take her easy. Start early, end early, watch for solar effects. The wet snow slides are going to be coming down more and more. Become a lot more common over the next couple of weeks. Ice climbing season is coming to a close very soon. It's past the middle of March. Usually by the second week of April, things have deteriorated to the point where it's time to move on. And this year there's going to be more biking options than ever in the town of Banff. Or the Banff area. So #1 highway or 1A highway is going to be closed, and they're also going to close off part of the Minnewanka loop, so that that road will be a permanent closure, one of those things, and just for bike traffic. So that's pretty good. I mean, that's a step in the right direction. Definitely good for the wildlife. Of that #1A highway, there's wolf dens down there, and bear pasture, like prime bear pasture. So can't hurt but heal things up, and then the bikers just stay on the road. It doesn't have the constant stream of traffic. I don't know what they're going to do about Johnson's Canyon. They'll probably run a bus shuttle in there, I'm guessing. I'm a guessing man. If I was a guessing man, and I am. It's pretty nice out there, eh? Let's go grab my skis. I don't even grab my skis. I got a locker out there. Uh-oh, Lisa Paulson. Hello. You hate them? You Mm-hmm. I know, I hear ya. See you. I know. Uh, okay, I gotta go. I'll talk to you in a minute. Hey, Eric, how's it going, buddy? How do we find your Facebook page? I don't know, just Joe McKay, MCKAY, on Facebook. I'm pretty much done here. So, anybody got any questions, concerns, anything at all? You wonder where babies come from? I can answer that. They come from the hospital. That's what I've seen lately. Uh, Not much else going on around here. Um, so anyhow, guys, same old, same old. I didn't have time to put a slideshow together. I'm going to do that for tomorrow because nothing's changing. Nothing's going to change really dramatically until we get either a big load of snow, which will start drifting snow around and improve conditions, or we get extreme freezing or extreme warming. But we're getting to the point where it's starting to think about changing equipment and maybe looking at tuning up your bikes. And maybe you want to go for a run, you got carrying a little winter weight with you. Want to be looking good in the Speedo? I know I do. So I'm going out for a run today. I'm actually going to join up on the gym because um, I got my vaccine yesterday. And then there's a scummy little Rockies, those little gyms where it's like, it's gritty and dirty and filthy. And it's just my type of place. So the Banff Center with the freaking lycra crowd. And then it's like, and they do, get one set. And then they pull out their phone and sit there on that bench for like 25 minutes on their phone and then do another set. Meanwhile, the lycra clad women are running around. It's hard to stay focused when they're doing that. Other than that, I'd say let's call her a day and we'll deal with the hikers again tomorrow. I got to get better with that website. That Parks Canada website just sucks. Mike Barter, what is my, I think I'll flip you. Oh no, that's my Facebook thingy. Everything for today, Parks, no photos, Cup of Joe, anonymous. Oh yeah, there's my anonymous background. Check that out. Mm-hmm. Whiskey can. I was making moonshine yesterday. Good lordy, I'm still kind of hungover. You got to test every sample, you know how it is, right? Where's that? Why do you have two aliases? Is that what that says? Um, well, it all started way back in the day, like when Mike Barter 387 was my spammer catcher. Because for my website, mountainguide.com, you'd submit it to, you had to, in those back in the days in the early 90s, you had to submit to every single search engine individually. A lot of them are just spam catchers, and so I had Mike Barter, 8387 was my spam catcher address. Yeah, you do get rid of the first uh, um, 50 mils or whatever, 100 mils of, because that's just pure methanol, right? And then that's the stuff will make you go blind. That's why my glasses are getting thicker and thicker. And then you know what I do is I double distill it. So I distill it once, and then I pour in another 4 or 5 gallons, 4 gallons of water into the back into the thing. Then I pour in the raw alcohol again, mix it around a bit, and then I distill it again, and that gets rid of a lot of the impurities. And it tastes like pure, sweet moonshine, right? Like it was coming right out of the hills of Tennessee, baby. And yeah, so that's my secret trick. Triple distill. But now what I'm going to do is, because the buddy across the street does it, is he takes, a couple big blood oranges and you put a stick through them and then you put all the raw alcohol in a big vat and then hang these oranges over top of it and then seal it so that it doesn't evaporate. The alcohol doesn't evaporate, and it draws out all the flavor out of those oranges, and they just sort of squeeze them shut. And then you get this orange flavored vodka type of thing. So I'm going to give that a shot. And buddy across the street, he's right into it. He's like me. I'm just into the rock gut trade whiskey. Make a little bit of whiskey, add some tobacco, some kerosene. Anything you can make to get some volume to her, and then I'll sell it to my neighbors for a couple of beaver pelts or a buffalo hide or something. Other than that, jet boil, baby, all the way. Backpacking alcohol stove doesn't work. It doesn't work for me anyhow. I need the reliability. It's too slow. Jet boils are pretty damn efficient, I find, and I almost go nowhere without one of those. So we use them all the time for canoeing, and any kind of summer travel at all. We might carry 2 stoves actually, but we definitely have the jet boil as one of our main things because it's just quick and simple. And it boils up water in like 2 minutes, a liter of water. And so it doesn't get. Are you still harvesting cigarette butts? Yeah, I am actually. I haven't bought a pack of cigarettes in God knows how long. I just use the tobacco mostly just to mix with my weed, But I had to stop doing that because I was getting hooked on tobacco. And so I'd be craving tobacco all the time. And then I'd be like, oh, end up smoking 10 joints a day. And then, weeks would go by and I couldn't recall anything. So, yeah, Yeah, what's wrong? It burns at X number, like 400 degrees or something. And nobody touches that part of the tobacco, So and then you mix the blends, you get that blended tobacco, you might get a couple of De Mauriers and a Players, and you blend her all together, and then you add an equal amount of cannabis, and then you got yourself a 50-50. And then off you go. Do-do-do, do-do-do. And yeah, so that's all I can tell you. I got, I got to start growing. I got to start doing another grow up. I'm down to the last 4 or 5 ounces of cannabis here. Yeah, you too, Eric. See you tomorrow, man. 9:30 Mountain Standard. You rock. And for the rest of you people who don't have nothing to say, you don't rock. And why don't we just close it with the opening video, and we'll call it a day.